This Climbing the Mountain podcast is brought to you by Encova Insurance. Hard work and passion are critical components of any winning strategy. Count on Encova Insurance as your local team to provide peace of mind. Welcome into Climbing the Mountain, a video podcast brought to you by Encova Insurance and Country Roads Trust. We are talking all things WVU football all season long. We'll be here week in and week out. My co-host this season, is Darius Stills. He doesn't need an introduction. WVU football great. Are you excited about this, Darius?
Yeah, very excited.
All right. Well, let's just jump right in. Our first guest is offensive coordinator Graham Harrell. Coach, thank you so much for joining us. Let's just get right into this, right? It's game week. It's Pitt. You announced JT Daniels as the starting quarterback. How excited are you to see what he's going to do getting that starting job on Thursday?
You know, it'll be really exciting, and he's done a good job this fall camp. I think just in general, it'll be an exciting game. You're bringing back a rivalry that hasn't been played in a really long time in the first game of the season. So obviously emotions will be high. We're going to have to do a good job controlling that, whether it be JT's or anyone else's, I think. And the nice thing about JT is he's pretty stoic as it is. He's very, very level-headed, very mild-mannered for the most part. And so I think that'll help as far as, like I said, controlling emotions and trying to go execute. And that's going to be the key is I think that you don't want to obviously beat yourself when emotions are so high in a game like in a big rivalry like that in the first week of the season. And so just going and doing your job is going to be important for our guys this week.
I know you guys said that part of the reason you chose him was his decision-making. Talk about that when he's out there on the field. Like, what did you guys see in him that you said, okay, this is his job, he's going to lead us?
I think JT's really intelligent. I think that's probably one of his biggest strengths is an intelligent guy, especially from a football standpoint. He understands what defenses are trying to do. He understands what we're trying to do as an offense. So if you understand kind of like, hey, how we're trying to attack them and how they're trying to attack you, it gives you a chance to, like I said, kind of know where to go with football. And so, like I said, he's an intelligent guy and could usually get us to the, get us into the right run if that's the case, or get the ball to the right receiver, do what we needed to get done. And so, and as a quarterback, that's really important. And especially what we do, I think that, kind of like a philosophy of what we do is try to get your playmakers the ball with space. And so a lot of that has to do with making the right decision and figuring out how to get the guy that needs to get the ball on that play, how to get him the ball and give him room to just go be himself and make plays. And so JT's done a good job of that. And like you mentioned, that played a big role in him winning the job.
And for you, I know it's very exciting to have a lot of weapons in the room. You got JT, you got Garrett Green, Nico, fresh guy coming in. How's Nico coming along with, understanding the plays, taking advice from the older guys? How's he registering all that?
He's doing a really good job. And like you said, we have a good room. And, I think one of the best things about a room is we have good people. And I think that's important on any team, in any room, but especially at the quarterback position. One thing I talk to those guys about a lot, like, you've got to embody like what we're going to be as a team. Because if you don't, then everyone's looking at you. So if we say we're going to be this and you're not that, then we're just making things up, because that's not going to be the case. And so the guys in the room are really good people. Sorry, JT, Nico, Garrett, Goose is a great kid. We got some other guys in there that are great people, and so I think that goes a long ways. But speaking specifically to Nico, a really, really gifted player. He can really make a lot of great throws coming in, and that's something I talked to him about, like doing what he did as basically a senior in high school. Skipping or graduating early and being in. Most guys are trying to figure out where they're going to wear to prom, and Nico's over here trying to execute an offense against a really good defense. And so. That's what I try to tell him. Like, most guys aren't ever even in that situation. And so what he's done has been really impressive. I think he's gotten better and better and better. The talent is there. I think he's a very gifted kid. And he's getting better and better with understanding and stuff. And so I think he has a really, really bright future in what we're doing. And so he had like I said, a good spring. He got better as the spring went on, and then fall camp he was even a much better player. And I think that as the fall goes on, he'll continue to develop, continue to improve, and really be a gifted kid.
Yeah, because you're only one injury away from another quarterback having to step up in this offense. And speaking of quarterbacks, you have the luxury of coaching both starting quarterbacks, obviously JT and then Keaton Slovis for Pitt. Talk about that uniqueness of knowing both of these quarterbacks and knowing their strengths and their weaknesses.
Yeah, that'll be it'll be a new spot for me. Like I said, I've been in the room with them and been on the same side as both these guys before. Obviously with Keaton for 3 years, and we went through. I feel like you've been through a lot. I mean, anyone you spend that much time around, and especially in college football or in any sport like that, you go through a lot of goods and bads together. And so obviously we were very close. There's a handful of guys that I've coached throughout my career that I've been super close with. Him being one of them that are almost like an extension of the family. Another one of the kids, and he's one of those guys. And so, like I said, I'm super close with him, and I've pulled for him. I've always pulled for him because I've been playing with him, but he does know, like, when it comes time to compete, like, I'm coming to win, And so this week, obviously, we'll be pulling against him. We used to play pickleball a lot in California. I've actually played it with him once since he's been in Pitt, and I've been here. And I think I'm undefeated against him in those, so hopefully I can keep the streak alive. But,
we would appreciate that.
So would I. But, I think that it'll be fun. And like you said, I've coached these guys before, and I'm getting to coach or see them both in a new uniform, and so that'll be a different spot to be in, but I'll be excited about it. Obviously, getting to usually when I'm watching him, I'm watching him from a very critical eye because he's running our offense, and either he's executing well and I'm happy, or he's not executing well and I'm ready to kill him. This week, hopefully he doesn't execute well and I'll be happy, but it'll be a different spot, but. Not only for me, but for those two, guys that were in the same room together, know each other pretty well, and going against each other. And so it'll be fun. And after the game's over, hopefully we can be friends again.
Yeah, I'm going to go off track of football here and just ask you, how much of a difference do you think from being in California to being in West Virginia has, not say affected you, but what do you like most about the transition to West Virginia?
Probably just the ease of living. I think that's been really nice. I'd never been here, and I was in LA, flew from LA to here.
Slower pace.
Yeah, and I actually got here at night, so you didn't see much the next morning. You woke up, and it's like you went back in time 40 years, from LA to Morgantown. But this is a little more my pace, to be honest with you. I'm from a small town in Texas, and so this is more kind of like the pace of living I'm used to. So I've enjoyed like the pace of life, the convenience for the family, in LA. Like if they're going to come see you at the facility or come to practice or something, like you're planning that one out in advance, and there's a lot that goes into it. Where here, Hawk goes to school right up the road, and so she can pick him up from school, and they might pop in and come see, show up at practice or something, which is a lot of fun. And the other thing that I've really enjoyed about West Virginia is it seems like they have really good people, and in California, not that there's not good people out there, it's just that the pace of life, it's kind of like you're just passing people and you're just all moving in a different life. You know what I mean? Like you exist in your own little world and they exist in their own little world, just because that's kind of the norm in California, it seems now. We're here, again, kind of more like what I'm used to from where I'm from is, you pass people, you may not know them, and they may say something to you. You may strike up a conversation. It's just been really good people, and so that's been fun too.
Absolutely. I noticed that just traveling for the last few years, people definitely are on their own type of time whenever you're somewhere else. West Virginia, not even just here, but there's more places in West Virginia, but they'll hold doors open for you. Hey, how you doing? Thank you. You're welcome. It's more vocal here and
for
more
sure.
friendly.
And plus you're known too. I mean, it's a small college
just like growing up, even before I even went to West Virginia, everybody was just it's friendly and homey environment, I'd say.
And I think that matters. And everywhere I lived, where I've tried to judge it is like by three things: people, food, and the weather. You know what I mean? And I think there's really good people here, and that one obviously weighs heavily. And I found some good food too, so that's been fun.
You tried pepperoni roll yet?
I have tried one in the school cafeteria, which was interesting. That's the only one I've eaten. He said it's the best one in town, or it's the best one in the state.
That's awesome. All right, well, you are watching Climbing the Mountain, presented to you by Country Roads Trust and Encova Insurance, your one-stop shop for your home, auto, business, and life insurance needs. Let's talk about some of the weapons that JT will be throwing to. You have Sam James, Bryce Ford Wheaton in the air. So let's just talk about, first of all, the receivers and how that group has come along and what you're expecting out of them. And then on the other side, running the ball, Tony Mathis, just how everything has come together with the receivers and running backs and how this all plays together with JT.
I think obviously at the quarterback position, the better the guys around you are, the better you can be, And one thing I think that the quarterback's job, we talk about all the time, is to make the people around him better. And so I think that's important for the quarterback. But it helps when those guys are talented, And if you got a really talented crew and then you can raise their level of play, you got something special, and that's what we're going to try to do. Obviously, we have some experience coming back with Bryce and Sam, guys that have been around here a long time. I think Bryce has probably improved or grown up the most since I've been here, just from spring to now, even since the beginning of fall to now. I think that he's growing with confidence, and that's been good to see. Sam's been pretty consistent since the spring. Sam, he plays fast, he competes every day, and does a really good job doing that. A couple other guys, you got KP, who's a younger guy, but has a ton of talent. Reese has had a really good fall camp. Unfortunately, in the spring, he kind of was banged up, and so we didn't get to see him a ton in the spring. He came back this fall camp, and he's really done a great job. And so he helps there. We took a couple of junior college kids that got here in the summer that have some talent that could help us. And so I think that the depth of that room's growing, and we have to continue to grow that because that's going to be a position where you're going to have to play a handful of guys. You're going to need them all to make plays for you. And so we like I said, I think the depth is from spring to fall camp has grown quite a bit. And guys that we trust and that we think can go make plays out there on Saturdays for us, or Thursday in this instance, but on game day. And so that's been good. And then the running back room's been very steady. Tony has been good. JJ's been good. We had CJ come in and just kind of as an athlete, and we put him back there in the backfield, and he's done some really good things too. So he's another guy that you want to get touches to, whether it be, he could be an H-back, he could be a receiver, he could be a running back, but a guy that you just kind of want to get touches to because he has a unique skill set and he's pretty good with the ball in his hand. And so that's another guy that can get touches and help you. So a lot of guys that need to get touches, I think that's a lot of times the biggest, coach's biggest challenge is just making sure everyone, you find ways to get touches to the guys that need to get touches and let them go be them.
Let's talk about your education of the Backyard Brawl. You're brand new. The Backyard Brawl is back for the first time in 11 years. I mean, Mountaineer fans love it. What has it meant to you to learn about this rivalry? Because it's everything to Mountaineer fans. And here we are. This is how we're starting the season on a Thursday night on ESPN. I mean, the stage is huge. But for you personally, what does this mean to you being new but learning how important this is?
Yeah, it's been fun to figure out, and when I first got here, they kind of mentioned, it's like, yeah, and then as it's gotten closer, Coach Brown's done a great job of bringing people in to talk about, like, hey, what this really means and the history of it, guys that have been a part of it. And then, we had a donor event a couple weekends ago, and you get around those guys and you start to realize, really, like, geez.
Yeah, no pressure, Coach.
Yeah, so, I understand it's a big game. You want to go play well in all of them, but especially for the people of West Virginia, I think that this is a unique job because the people of West Virginia really do rally around the place so much. There's no other Power 5 teams. There's no pro teams, and I don't know if there's another college in the country that the state really rallies around as much as this one, because of that. And so, I think that because of that, you're kind of in a unique spot here at West Virginia, and then going to play Pitt, a game that they care so much about. It's been fun to see how much they care about it, learn about it, and like I said, hopefully we can control the emotions of the players so they can go do the job. Because if they do, I think we can go execute and give ourselves a chance to be successful. For sure.
Yeah, no doubt. Just by knowing some of the players I played with, they're maturing very very fast. Just from my brother, for example, just having him and Sam here. They're all very excited, trying to hold their emotions in, that's for sure. And I know everybody, the coaching staff's excited too. So I'm just really just honestly excited to see how everything goes. And I believe in y'all, man.
Well, we appreciate it.
One more question before you let you go, Coach. Pitt's defense, they have some pretty good weapons back on this team this year. This is going to be a battle. And what are you expecting to see? Because they have a couple of guys that are returning that combine for I look at my stats here, a number of sacks and tackles for loss. What do you see against that defense that you're going to be facing that you're like, okay, we really have to key in on that?
I think that they do a good job on defense, and that's with Coach Narduzzi, obviously, as a defense coordinator, he had a ton of success, and then since he's been here, they've been good on defense. And when your head coach is kind of that's who he is, I think you really kind of build your team around that, you know what I mean, and rally around the defense and making them. I think they do a great job playing hard. I think they do a good job of trying to take away anything easy, you know what I mean, and so that's when they do that, it challenges you. But I do think that we have a lot of guys that can go make plays, and so that's kind of been my challenge to our guys is like that they're going to try to not give you anything easy. So we got to go make plays when the opportunities arrive, and so that's going to be really important for us. And like I said, they're really good on defense. They've been really good on defense for a long time. You know, it seems like everywhere he's been good on defense. But that doesn't mean we can't go execute and score a lot of points. We just have to play at a high level and win one-on-one battles, whether it be up front or be on the perimeter with skill guys or running backs. It's very rarely going to be just clean, just nothing, no one's there. You know what I mean? You're going to have to win a one-on-one battle somewhere, whether it be, like I said, in protection, you know, on the perimeter with receivers one-on-one with DBs or a running back with the ball in his hands one-on-one. You got to make one guy miss, and if you do, it could be a big one. And so that's kind of been the message is, hey, we got to win one-on-one battles, and if you do, there's explosive plays to be had, but it's not going to be easy. Like I said, it's not just going to be no one's there and you just get to run through a wide open gap and just get to run fast. You know, It's going to be, hey, you're going to have to win somewhere, and that's what they do a great job of. They have talent coming back, obviously, you know, especially if you kind of like what you're talking about with sacks and tackles for losses. A lot of that's up front, you know, and so the nice thing for us is probably our most experienced position is the offensive line, and so it's going to be a challenge for them. But that's a group that we really believe in. It's done a lot of good things, and you know, just like everywhere else, they got to win one-on battles too, and whether it be in run blocking, pass blocking, whatever the case may be, and if they can. Again, there's explosive plays to be had, but we got to go do our job. And so that's kind of been the message, and excited to get to watch it on Thursday.
Well, we are too. And we appreciate you joining us and giving us some of your time. And I'm sure you're very glad not to have to answer this question, who's going to be the quarterback? And you're like, yeah, just go read it, listen to it. It's all there, right? So
That's
just
right.
concentrate. Well, Coach, thank you so much. Good luck this week. And yeah, let's go get it. Let's just start off strong.
Yes,
all right, coming up after the break, we're going to be talking to this guy's brother, Dante. This should be interesting.
Yeah. Very interesting.
Dante Stills and Sam James will be joining us coming up after this. Don't forget you're watching Climbing the Mountain, a video podcast brought to you by Encova Insurance and Country Roads Trust. This Climbing the Mountain podcast is brought to you by Encova Insurance. Hard work and passion are critical components of any winning strategy. Count on Encova Insurance as your local team to provide peace of mind. Welcome back to Climbing the Mountain, a video podcast all about WVU Football 2022. Darius still in the studio with me, and I think I might just let you take this whole next segment because it's your brother, and I'm sure you guys can go back and forth. We are joined now with Dante Stills, and we have Sam James. And first of all, guys, just game week. How ready are you to suit up against the Panthers and stop hitting each other? How exciting is this for you guys right now?
It's really exciting, especially for like us skill position because we go against the DBs every day. It might be the same for Dante and them going against the O-line, but like we've been going at each other since spring. And, you know, it's finally opportunities for us to go against somebody else and, you know, abuse somebody else instead of ourselves. So I'm really excited. I know the team's excited, so I'm just ready to get on the road.
Yeah, I'm just ready to play. That's all I can say. Like, I'm just tired of, you know, going against the same guys. You know, I'm just ready to play a game, an actual game.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Every day you come into the house screaming, talking about, I want to hit somebody else.
It's every day. Like, that's all I talk about is the Pitt game because I'm just ready to play, you know, an actual game. So, yeah, I'm excited.
Darius, what's this like for you to be able to interview your brother? And, you know, you guys both played for WVU. You never got to play in the Backyard Brawl. Your dad did. Yeah. You get to. So talk about how special this is that your brother gets to do this.
It's very special, especially just being in a position I'm in, being able to watch. And, you know, I didn't get to play like you said, but I still understand how big of a game this is. You know, over the past 11 years, during the national anthem, you still hear people talk about, you know, Pitt. So people are very excited about this game, and they're ready. I can see it in their eyes right now. So I'm excited for them.
Dante, this is your first game of a college season. You've been here a while. Has that really sunk in yet, or not even worried about it?
Oh, it definitely sunk in. It hit me as soon as I knew I was coming back because, you know, last year I didn't know what, you know, what I was going to do. I was going to stay or leave. So like it didn't feel like a last year, you know. So this year I feel like this is like, you know, the stamp on, this is it. So yeah, I'm excited. Towards the end of the year, it's definitely gonna be emotional, but at the same time, I gotta just play each game like it's my last. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sam, let's talk about you. New offensive coordinator, new receivers coach, all of this kind of coming together in the spring and now the fall. Tell me what you think about how all the offensive pieces are coming together going into the first game of the season.
All the pieces coming together very well. Honestly, just with Graham, leading us, and, Coach Washington leading the receivers and stuff, they're getting with us each and every day, teaching us the offense. Even though we already learned it in the spring and in the summer, like, we relearned it just to, be better. And just by doing that and, like, having Graham and Coach Washington as leaders, it's pushed us to be better and learn the offense. Like, we know the offense like the back of our hands now because we've gotten so many reps at it. So it's coming well, and I'm just excited, to go showcase it on the field Thursday, so...
Absolutely. All eyes on you guys. All right, jump in there with some questions. I don't want to, take your mojo here. This is go for it.
So I'm going to start with you. You're my brother. You know this is a big game. You know what you got to do. What do you guys think the D-line, what they going to bring to the game?
Our expectation is very high of ourselves. We know, and understand, what's going to take to win this game, and because their O-line is, I respect their O-line. They're very, older, very veteran, play a lot of snaps together, but at the same time, we have too. So, it's going to be a game in the trenches, and I'm just excited. I just want to play. I'm just, I'm just tired, just to build up into it, and I'm just ready to, just literally just put the pads on and play. So
I'm excited for y'all, bro. I played with y'all, Greedy Gang.
Man.
I'm having a different perspective watching y'all. Being in the stands, it feels different because we've been playing for our whole lives together, and for this is the second time going around and we haven't. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited to watch y'all. Man.
Yeah, man. It's definitely gonna be a show to watch. It's prime time. College game day, and
ask for a bigger stage.
Yeah, it's a big stage that is what we all asked for. Yeah. So. Ready.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Sam. I mean, answer this. You know, a lot of times teams open up with the cupcakes, right? That's just kind of how it is in college football. You're opening up a nationally ranked team, a Power 5 Thursday night on the road. I mean, this has to be what you live for to start the season. I mean, it's out of the gates 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, that's crazy because this is why I chose, to come play here at West Virginia for big games like this. My freshman year, I didn't play, but just, being out there watching them guys play Oklahoma, on Thanksgiving, and that was a big game. I'm just I'm sitting back watching I'm trying to, I want to play in games like this, and, finally the opportunity presents itself. So I'm just excited, to be out there and go out there and play on a Thursday night, opening up, with a nationally ranked team, underdogs. I love being the underdog, it just gives me more juice and more fight. So I'm excited. I just can't say no more. I'm just excited.
I think it's safe to say that this first game of the season, but this is West Virginia Super Bowl. They've been waiting for this forever.
Yeah,
so the fans are gonna be there.
Yeah.
The eyes are gonna be watching y'all. There's millions of people watching y'all. I'm telling you, it's a big, huge game. So
no pressure. No pressure.
I'm being real.
It's
a game that y'all asked for. God is handing you what you guys asked for. So what you guys can do, I've watched y'all play. I played with y'all. Y'all got the talent. Y'all got it. So I'm ready to watch it. Everybody ready. So.
Yeah, I know. I could just tell by when I go on Twitter or something like that and just seeing fans tweet about the game, count down the days, each day. I'm just
it's just excited as y'all are.
Yeah, it's about that time now.
Yep.
So you're excited, obviously. How do you rein that in, though, because you have a job to do as well? I mean, you're excited. It's Pitt. It's the opening. But how do you make sure that you guys are reined in, your team is reined in, and that you don't get overwhelmed with the excitement and then just go out there and make little mistakes?
I was about to say, I feel there is a lot of pressure on us, but at the same time, it's not pressure because I feel we all been playing this game our whole lives, so it's just another game. For other people outside here, it's this and that. But for us, it's just if we just go out there and just do our job, and it'll be all good. So yeah.
Yeah, I was just saying, just having the mindset to attack it like it's a normal game. It's another game on the schedule, So just having that same mindset, just we're excited. We know what type of game it is. We know how the fans are. But just having the mindset to go out there and attack it like it's a regular game, like it's a normal game. Don't get our feelings too high, don't get them too low. Just stay in a happy medium.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. All right, this Climbing the Mountain video podcast is brought to you by Encova Insurance. Hard work and passion are critical components of any winning strategy. Count on Encova Insurance as your local team to provide peace of mind. All right, Sam, let's talk about you personally. You were second on the team last year in receiving yards. Talk about your role in this offense this year.
My role is just, just step up and be a leader, more of a leader this year, to bring guys along with us and also to be that guy that, they could go to and have a spark. Like if we need a spark or a play, like I got to be that guy. And so just, stepping more into that role this year, following last season and stuff like that. So it's a bigger role, but not really at the same time.
I feel you. I mean, just, being a freshman, being a young guy, you came in and saw guys that you looked up to, and now you're in that position that these freshmen are looking up to. You got to hold yourself to a higher standard. You guys know this already, but just on repeat, you got to hold yourself to a higher standard because if you mess up on a play, you can't look down at the ground. You can't be like, oh, man, because the freshmen, the young boys going to look at y'all and be like, all right, I can do that too, so Sam can do it. I'm trying to be just like him. Whether these young guys like it or not, they trying to be just like y'all. Yeah. I remember coming in trying to be just like these older guys because they were successful. So y'all blessed and grateful. Y'all definitely grateful to be in this position. So, and God bless y'all did that on purpose. So, I believe in y'all, man. Y'all got it, bro. Yeah. I'm excited to watch y'all, for real.
He's the hype man. He's the hype man.
I'm getting hype, man.
Dante, you need 7 sacks to tie your dad for second most sacks in WVU program history. How cool would that be to be with the record? See, Sam didn't even know, right? Yeah. That would be really cool. Like, how cool would that be to tie him and maybe even go above him?
It was definitely going to be cool. I just remember having a conversation, with him, us two and our dad about, how, we're going to beat his record, if we're able to get to that point. And, the opportunity that I have to, the 7 sacks, if I get 8, I pass him. I'm excited. It's definitely, it'll be an honor because I'll be in the record books. But other than that, I mean, it's just like, I'm not going to go out there just thinking about, I got to get this many sacks. Even though I want a certain amount, but I'm not going to think about it again. I'm just going to just do my job and just play hard.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. I mean,
that's crazy.
Yeah, I remember being younger, we'd be like, man, when we go to West Virginia, before I even had the offer yet, man, when I go to West Virginia, whenever we go, we're gonna beat you. We're gonna do something.
Yeah, just talking crap. As kids, you're talking.
We're gonna have something that you don't have. So like, I got that All-American. You get the sacks and the All-American and draft pick. Yeah, you can't say nothing.
That's gonna be a fun Thanksgiving. Good Thanksgiving.
Thing is, like, it's so far down the road. I just can't think about that right now because if I think about it, I'm gonna be overwhelmed and I'm gonna be, just out my game. I gotta
think about stuff in the future because you're not gonna take care of what's now.
In the present.
So every day you gotta stack the days. And you're gonna get there. I mean, everybody believes it. You
just gotta play hard, really.
Yeah.
Play hard every snap.
You're gonna get it though. I believe in you, man.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
I love it. All right, Sam, let's talk about the quarterback. How's that working out? Like, are you excited about what's happening with the quarterback situation? What do you think?
Yeah, I'm actually really excited because ever since JT came, it pushed all the other quarterbacks to be their best every day. And the competition throughout, the fall camp has been amazing to watch. Just watching each quarterback go out there and show what they could do each play. Each chance they got, somebody's making a play. And that was just exciting for me as a receiver because I'm like, oh, we got 4 quarterbacks who could throw the ball to, and so we got 4 gunslingers back there that can make plays no matter, what receivers out there, they can make that play. They can read coverage as well. Graham came in and did a great job with those quarterbacks. And I'm excited, to see who they reveal as the starter.
Let's talk about that with a Graham Harrell offense. It's an air raid. You're a receiver. How exciting is that for you, knowing that you got the chance to make some really big plays out there this year?
Oh, I was excited when he came in. He, installed the offense. We going through it, practicing. I'm excited to, see what he dial up, this upcoming season. But just having that offense, being able to go out there and know there's 4 receivers likely that's going to get a lot of touches, or probably even 5, 6 receivers likely don't get a lot of touches just because of the offense and the pace we run. So I'm excited. I can't wait.
So I can't wait to watch y'all. I keep saying that.
Yeah.
The thing is, just talk about the offense. I see it every day, right. And it's electric. It's very fast. It's very up tempo, and I feel like it's definitely gonna cause some problems for some opposing defenses.
Teams, they move at such a fast pace. I went to a practice and watched them. Teams can keep up for just so long till
Yeah.
the D-line defense gets tired, and that's when y'all go. Y'all got
Out of there.
y'all speed, man.
It's
I was
ridiculous.
watching. Everybody got speed. Y'all
Yeah.
can kill people with that.
Well,
And
we
I've
got a
seen
lot
this.
of guys
Y'all
who
gonna
can
do it.
run.
Yeah. Oh, you got that piece, the quarterback that can. Whoever it is, they all
Yeah.
great. So whoever got that job, y'all in good hands. So
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not worried about it.
Lost a few starters on defense, obviously. Talked about that in the spring. Let's talk about this defense right now, going into this first game of the season. How confident are you guys?
Oh, very confident. I feel like, every day, we always have like some juice, especially on both sides of the ball. I feel like just like the first play of, of practice that we do, the opening drive is very intense. I feel like we just compete the whole practice. There's no, like, if we do mess up, it's not, I won't say not a big deal, but it is a big deal. But at the same time, we gotta just go on the next play. So I feel like our defense is like a next play mentality and like a fourth quarter mentality. It's like every down is going to be, attack mode.
Yeah.
The difference between games is it's not 10 plus plays. At this level and even higher up, it's 2 or 3 that can dictate the whole game.
Yeah.
So y'all, from watching y'all seen discipline, and just got to keep discipline when there's 60, 70, 80,000 people in the stands.
Yeah.
And I know that feeling. You go out there and see everybody, you're like, oh man, like, all right, let's get it.
Yeah.
So,
Body your inside starts to shake a
Yeah,
little
start
bit, you get
shake
a little
little
butterflies.
butterflies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that's a good
I
feeling,
love
man.
it though.
I mean, this game really could come down to the trenches. They have a
Yeah.
really solid defensive line.
They
All of
do.
their starters are back.
Yeah.
Our offensive line. I mean, it's really this could be a trenches kind of game.
Yeah.
That's your mojo right
Yeah,
there.
I feel like I feel like every game starts in the trenches, just because if our D line's getting blown off the ball, then the chances of them gaining yards after yards and winning the game is very high. So I feel like if our D line O line just sets the tone, like first quarter, first play, I feel like we're gonna be fine. Yeah, I'm excited to see what's, especially the O line, because people in the past just doubt our O line. And just seeing the amount of work they put in through the winter, the summer, and the spring ball is crazy.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, the
excited.
offensive line struggled first half of the season last year. They really came into their own the second half of the season.
Yeah.
So you want them
Yeah.
to carry that momentum into this season.
Yeah.
So
I'm
you're on
excited
the
to see what
offensive
they
side
play.
of the ball. What do you see out of that O-line this year? A lot of experience, a lot of gritty guys coming back. I would imagine that it's pretty exciting to see the evolution of this offensive
Yeah.
line.
Ever since like the halfway turning point of last season, I seen Zach Frazier, take complete leadership and showed everybody on the offensive line how to work and how to go to work and get better. And just watching them from then all the way till now, I'm excited to see what they do, because I believe in them. I know the coaches believe in them, but just the work they put in, I just know they're gonna go out there and do great things.
I feel like everybody's on the same page finally.
Yeah.
People don't realize outside these walls, you got kids coming in, different personalities, different backgrounds, different way they come up, and trying to get them all on the same page is so difficult, and it takes time.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
Coach Brown's 4th year,
Yeah.
right? 4th, 5th year.
Fourth
Yeah,
year, yeah.
People, it's very rarely when a coach comes in or players come in and they make immediate impact, successful right off the bat. You got to build chemistry. If you don't trust the people you're working with, then you're not gonna.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
So seeing them walk around the facility, everybody's all together, everybody's laughing, joking
Yeah.
around. I'm like, all right, the chemistry is
Yeah.
definitely building up.
Right.
So and that just comes with age too. Everybody's getting
Yeah.
older. The teams, whenever I was here, we was always considered a young team.
Yeah.
But it's a veteran team now. It's an old team, and y'all got that chemistry back. So it's gonna be awesome.
Got that juice back.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're excited, man.
That greedy gang.
Yeah, we're.
I love the greedy gang in
We're
the
rocking
spring.
and rolling. We're
Yeah.
every day just stacking days, just literally just trying to get better at every little detail we do. Just every single to hands, to first step, to
It seems like
everything.
we talked to guys in the spring and talking to you guys, a little more pep in the step this season. I don't know if maybe that's because of a new offensive coordinator, some new kind of freshness in this program. Does it feel, it looks like that from the outside? Does it feel like that on the inside?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it just starts with our off-season work, because I feel like this off-season was the hardest. Like personally, I've worked and I know a lot of guys have worked, so I feel like just from the start, or from the end of last year, for losing the bowl game, to the start of winter workouts, to the end of summer work, I feel like we're
It's a whole different chip.
a whole different chip on our shoulders.
Yeah, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
You got a lot to prove, man.
Yeah, got
Like,
something
a
to
lot
prove.
People don't really believe in West Virginia too much, so you gotta just
they
show
don't.
it. And like I said, God's giving y'all opportunities right now to
Yeah.
do that. So
Yeah, this is
earn y'all's respect.
That's all.
All right, as
sir.
we wind this down, all right, between the two of you, who's messier?
Messier?
Yeah.
Like in
Let's
what
get
way?
into some, like, if we go into your rooms right now, who's got clothes all over the floor, the bed's not
Oh
made?
nah,
I mean,
my room's pretty clean right
Yeah,
now.
I mean,
ain't gonna lie.
I keep it clean, you know, as much as I can. Like, we're not really messy people.
Nah, it just like if anything, it was just some trash here and there.
Clothes
Just
on the ground. Like
Yeah.
at the night before, if we eat, we'll just like
yeah,
just put it on the
but, like,
ground.
it was.
That's
It,
no fun, you
yeah,
guys. Somebody has to
it's not like because
Not
like
the answer I wanted.
yeah, because you know I be going home and like if it's dirty, like especially after you know the day's over with, like I want the house to be clean so I can just relax.
That's
We-
good
we- we
parenting.
just-
So-
Those are good parenting.
Like we just clean up after each other. Like at the bathrooms, you know, if he has clothes in the bathroom, I'll just put his clothes in somewhere.
In my because I just my hamper in the,
Yeah.
the
But growing up, I
basket.
mean, growing up in Fairmont, I'd say you, bro.
The thing is like
Finally,
the thing
finally,
is,
Sam.
the thing is it's like we shared a room, so like it was just two of us in a room, so like it was very
Small
like
room,
it was
too.
it wasn't big, so like it was you know like we're just big humans, so
Right,
just
oh, yeah.
just being around each other in the same room just feels like it's a lot.
Cluster.
And but so like, adding on like a little clothes here and there, it just makes it worse. So,
Yeah.
but it's all right.
You
yeah.
should like room with Sam James. He's smaller.
He has,
so-
gotten, he has gotten better though. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, you like ever since I was
Yeah,
like
he's
out of West
snitching.
Virginia,
He's out here snitching. It's okay. Good.
like, after I left West Virginia, you were by yourself. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Yeah.
I've just me personally seeing a turnaround in how more clean you've got. You know what I'm saying? Like, because like whenever me and Sid are at the crib, you know what I'm saying, you just be chilling. Like, and it's cool. Like,
Yeah, I be
we'll
because
cook,
I
whatever.
be going home and I just I can't even explain what's going on right now.
And you better start cleaning up because you're gonna be an uncle.
Oh,
it's good. No, it's good.
No,
It's
I
good
clean.
now,
I
yeah.
make sure
Because you
everything's spotless now. I gotta have
Yeah.
things. I gotta wipe out the counters. I gotta sweep
Yep.
the floor.
Plus,
I
we
gotta
got-
make sure everything's
We
clean.
got a dog too. So
Yeah,
we like to
so-
just keep everything clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Everything's
you
clean.
also have you announced you have a baby on the way. So we got a lot of going
Papa
on
Darius.
here. So
Yeah.
congratulations.
Uncle Tate.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm excited,
Life.
man. I'm blessed
Life.
because
Yeah.
I'm very blessed.
Yeah.
Well, good. Well,
That's
you
amazing.
guys, we appreciate you joining us for this Climbing the Mountain video podcast. We wish you good luck this season. We're excited, and let's do it. Let's just
Let's ride.
let's just beat Pitt. Let's do
Let's
it. I'm
ride.
so excited.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
so excited.
3 days away.
I know, right?
Getting a little
Yeah.
cold chills. I feel like every night I just think because like after the day's done, you sit there and just think.
What?
So like I be getting cold chills just thinking
Everything.
about it, and I'm just
Yeah.
ready to.
And we talk about it. I remember you saying you seen 174 days up on that timer.
Yeah,
Now
it was
Yeah.
it
It's flying by.
was literally during the
It's coming
winter.
so fast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
It's here.
Yes.
It's here, y'all.
It's here.
Well, guys, go get them all this season, and we appreciate your time. And Darius, you're going to be joining me next week again, all season long.
Yep.
And next week, we're talking Big 12 opener. We're talking Kansas conference season starting kind of early this year. So we have a lot more coming your way. Again, you can find out more about Country Roads Trust and our memberships for fans. Go to join.countryroadstrust.com and find out how we are helping WVU athletes in the NIL world. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, everything. We are out there. So for Darius, Dante, and Sam, I'm Amanda Mazey. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.
Mountaineer Nation.
For joining us on this very first edition of Climbing the Mountain, brought to you by Encova Insurance. We'll see you next week. This Climbing the Mountain podcast is brought to you by Encova Insurance. Hard work and passion are critical components of any winning strategy. Count on Encova Insurance as your local team to provide peace of mind.